Good evening, everybody. It's lovely to see you all. I hope you are well. Hopefully, this will now go out, and Facebook will be doing the usual bits, trying to help share and reach out for everybody. So, if you are new to the show, please drop a comment below to let us know that you're new, where you are, and all we ask is for you to share the program. So it feels really weird being on Facebook. We've been on TikTok lots recently. So that's the first one we're going to cover. If you are watching here, we are lovely to have been connected with you both on Facebook and also on YouTube, but we are also on TikTok. Generally all the presenters are on TikTok, and so is Richard. So if you like your daily, and it is virtually daily because Richard has been super busy, if you like your daily dosage of SPTV and you do have access to the app, I highly recommend you go and find SPTV on TikTok. I'm sure Richard will do the usual ding 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 bit and put the link down there below, because we have some really good conversations there. We talk a lot about different type of belief systems. We talk about mediumship, we talk about palmistry, and then we've also got our evenings of mediumship, and Richard is generally, like I said, on there daily offering free card readings in with his normal work life. So that's the first bit. I see we've got a few people who are new. Please drop a hello down so I get to say hello to you, and then we will move into our evening. So good evening to Tans and Rowan, lovely to see you. And your birthday's in 5 days. Well, happy birthday to you. Hello Roseanne, hi, lovely to see you. You're watching on Facebook. Hi Krish, lovely to see you. Haven't seen you for a while. Hello Julie, lovely to see you. I hope you are well. Hi Maggie, you're from South Africa. Good evening or good afternoon. So, like I say, if you can please help share out the live both on Facebook and YouTube, that'd be absolutely amazing. It just allows us to reach out to more people. And as we always say, this is 100% free. Richard puts in a lot of time and energy helping and supporting the presenters to deliver their messages from the spirit world and from the universe. So he does that all completely free, and us mediums, we all do our part for free as well. And what I always say is, if you recognize a name on the list of people commenting, please say hello to each other, because it's the way we start and it's the way we make a connection. So for those who are new, I should have said my name is Claire, but it says on the board, so that's all right. I am Claire. I'm also known as Heavenly Sprinkles, and I keep saying it because I still enjoy saying it, and I'm your medium this evening. How the show will work is it's about an hour long, and what we'll do is we have a poem. We like to share a poem. The reason being is that sometimes I'm not able to reach every single person that's watching, so it's nice for you to be able to take a poem away, because sometimes the poem can be as impactful as the messages from the spirit world. We will then move into the messages from your loved ones. That's where you have your opportunity to comment below who you'd like to speak to, or who you just want to put an emoji so I know I can come and connect with you. I'll work with you, and then we'll move on to another message. So I ask Spirit, for those who are new, I ask Spirit to always try and give me inspirational poems, because when you're in spiritualist churches, a lot of divine services, they do what they call an address. Now, I never feel eloquent enough to do an address, so my loved ones from the spirit world like to guide me to poems. And this one they've asked me to pass over to you this evening. It's called "You Are Not Alone," and it's by a Bridget's now singing in my ear, and it's by a person called Guarava. I think I've said their name right, Sharma. So I do apologise if I've said their name right. Not that I'm expecting that person to be watching. It says, "When tears of sadness streaks down your face, you are not alone. When you feel lost and out of place, you are not alone. When it seems you can't carry on and everything you do is wrong, you're not alone. When you open your presents on the holiday, you are not alone. When nothing can seem to spoil your day, you're not alone. When it seems like you've made it through, but there's no one to share this feeling with you, you're not alone. You'll never be alone when I'm around. I'll cheer you up when you are down. And whether you are happy or feeling blue, I'll always be there for you. So when you feel alone and in the dark, just keep me in your heart and you'll never be alone. And the thing with the poem is sometimes we can feel so lonely, but we can be in a room full of people. You can have loads of family members around you and friends and checking up on you or you going out with them, but you can still feel lonely. I know so many of us will have experienced that in our lives. And it is a really weird sensation to have, to be in a room or be around surrounded friends and family and feel completely alone. And sometimes that is because there is that link and connection to losing loved ones. Sometimes it's because the people around you don't understand where you are at that moment in time with your play, within your place and within your heart. But for tonight, it's to give you the reassurance that your loved ones are with you at all time. They may not be able to physically wipe your tears away when you're struggling, but they are there sitting beside you. They are holding your hand, sharing their energy. Then weird moments when you have that serene sense around you and you're like, what's going on here? That's them coming in there. That tingling sensation, that woohoo feeling, as I always call it, is them coming in. There's signs as well. You might feel a bit of warmth, you might feel some cold, you might feel a tingle, you might feel something in your hair. That one feeling you think, what's going on there? Has a spider come down? They're all the little tiny signs to let you know that they are with you. And the presenters and Richard, we're here. And that's the reason why we also come on here, to give you that link and connection to the spirit world, to show you true, genuine, honest mediumship as well, to show you how the spirit world can connect with you through us funny shaped telephones, and here to support you through your times of darkness. And that's another reason why we ask for you to share, because it allows us to reach out more people. So we've done our poem, and I hope that it's resonated with many of you or given you some comfort. We will now link into the spirit world and ask your loved ones to come through. Now, how I generally work is what you see is what you get with me. I will generally just allow them to come through. I will pass over their information. There will be times when I am going 100 miles an hour, which I apologise. But the beauty of here is it's recorded, so you can come back to it, which is always handy. And I will be passing over the information. I'll ask for you just to comment back, because that just saves me looking or feeling like a complete and utter twit box. And it allows me to have that link with yourself. It builds up our link. If at any time nothing makes sense, that's completely fine. You're welcome to say, Claire, I haven't got a clue what you're talking about, but I'll ask for you to hold on to it. And some things may take a little while to click. So I always try to give examples, and I haven't done a few recently, but I was on live on TikTok in that land or digital platform, and I had this lovely lady, and I was getting these names, but it was like Brenda and Brendan. So it was like the same name, but male and female, but it was a B and a B. I kept getting B and a B. And I said to the lady, look, lady, I can totally take that. And I was like, I'm glad you can. And I thought she was going to come back with something like Bin and Bain or Brenda and Brendan. And she come back and she went, no, his name was, or his nickname was Bobo. So I would never have got the Bobo, but I knew I had the B and the B. And then we had further information and we had further evidence. So please know that when I do work, if you don't dismiss anything that doesn't make sense, you just hold it, as I say, put it into your spiritual bag is what I say. That's why I always say put it in your spiritual bag, because it'll make sense later down the line. And I see some of you have shared, and that's absolutely amazing. So thank you very much. Right, we've all come in for our evening of mediumship, so let's do some connections. So all you have to do is simply comment below, let us know that where you're from and your links, and if there's anybody you'd like to speak to, please let me know. Okay, where am I going? I know I want to, my spirit always tell me blue and red. That tells, or black tells me what platform I'm on. So I know I want to be in the blue. So I want to be with Facebook, please. Right, okay. Right, I'd like to go to Roseanne, if that's all right, please. Richard, I'd like to go to Roseanne. Thank you very much. So Richard will be bringing up the comments for me. I'm just going to rattle off. I'm going to be connecting in with your loved ones and then just allow for you to comment through. So you're going to be doing some quick typing as well. Okay, so Roseanne, as I'm linking in with you, hi, you're from New Zealand. Hello. As I'm linking in with you, okay, would you understand that you've been telling somebody off for not eating healthily? It doesn't necessarily feel like it's you, but all of a sudden I'm there. You're either trying to get somebody to eat a more bigger range of food. Yes, we do jump into mediumship like this because I've got a big bowl of fruit salad, but I've got not just the typical fruits. I've got lots of more exotic fruits. Now, it may not literally be that, but there is this recognition about you trying to get somebody to eat more of a varied diet, shall I say, or try new flavors and new tastes. If that's not somebody around you, it may well be you, but that's the first thing that I'm coming in with you. Okay, I've also got somebody's cutting down on sugar because I'm being told, I'll find out who I'm chatting to in 2 seconds. They've just jumped straight into their mediumship with me, but they're talking to me about cutting down the coffee as well. And I don't know whether you'd remember somebody in spirit always wanting the cream, putting like a creamer in a coffee. So rather than just having standard milk, putting like a, well, we have instant cream around here, but it's a creamer is what I want to put into this coffee, and 2 sugars. Somebody else is down here is needing to cut back on their sugar intake as well. So we've got needing to eat a varied diet along with having to cut down the sugars when it's more processed ones. Okay, I've got to give you, oh, okay, you're going to give me that name. I need to give you the name Tony or Anthony, which obviously is Tony for you, Roseanne. And I also need to give you George as well as a name at one. And what I've given you a girl's name. I've got to give you Louise. It sounds more like Luce. It could be Lucy or Louise, Roseanne. So Roseanne Martin, does that resonate with you? That just helps me know where I am with you. I do appreciate Facebook and TikTok. Facebook and YouTube have a slight delay. I know I'm in the wrong place. Well, TikTok is very fast, you see, which completely suits my speedy talking, really. So I know it does take a little bit of time to respond. So Roseanne, does that resonate with you first? Just need a yes, no. Claire, I haven't got a clue what you're talking about. That just helps me know that I'm linked in with yourself. This is where we go. Do, 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 do. Right, I shall carry on. Whilst Roseanne's coming back to say yay, nay, Claire, I haven't got a clue what you're talking about, is there anybody else that would be able to resonate with this? Richard, is there anybody commenting to say that it makes sense to them at all? Okay, right. None of you want this poor person in spirit. Let me get some more information whilst we're waiting for Roseanne. Okay. Roseanne, I've got to go meatloaf as well. I've got meatloaf is significant, and I'm talking about the singer. Yes, it does resonate with you. Thank you very much, Roseanne. It just helps build our link and our connection in there. I've also got to give you meatloaf. Now, this person is a gentleman as he's coming forward for you. Now, he draws me to the motorbike. Now, I obviously see that you've got a motorbike in your profile picture. I'm no knowledgeable on what that motorbike is, but I'm being told that that motorbike is not only just significant and important to you, but an important to this gentleman in spirit. So either this would be this gentleman like motorbikes as well, or you shared that interest, or the motorbike, that particular one is linked with you, but he's telling me that the motorbike is important. Right, he tells me that October is a significant month, birthday, party, anniversary. September is another significant month, and March. So March, September, and October are birthday, party, and anniversaries. Yes, I need to cut down on my sugar. Okie dokie, my lovely. He wants to give me the 13th as well. So there'll be a birthday, party, and anniversary in or around the 13th. It can be the 12th, 13th, or 14th, but it's generally between around that time. Maybe linked with the months, maybe separate. They don't always put these months together. What other names do you want? I want to give you another name. I want to give you Carol. Carol is important as well to you. Now that can be up there, as I say, the names that can be up there. That's my terminology of being up there and down here. There's no down, down, down in my world, but there is. I always say up there or down here. Okay, right, Roseanne. Okay, thank you. Just make that a bit louder for me. Thank you very much, Roseanne. This lovely gentleman is asking you to. You can't do everything. There's a sense and a feeling around you that there's something that you want a resolution on, there's something that you want to get moving, but you can't do it all. And he's asking you to accept for the time being that you are only able to do so much, or you'll only be able to take a task or a project or some action to a certain point. Okay, yeah, well, yes, this is thank you very much. I'm always cautious when I'm bringing in about motorbikes and picture profile pictures, but he told me when that's important, that motorbike's important. But he's saying you can only take this task, project, whatever it is, so far, and you have done brilliant. Thank you very much, Reader Birthday. You have done as much as you can do, because it's like, right, you can do steps 1, 3, 5, but you've got 2 and 4 have to be done by another party, by another individual, or a case of waiting on some information. And he's asking you to stop getting yourself in a bit of a tiz over this. You can only do so much because you have done what you're able to do. Okay, it will happen. There is a resolution on its way for you. Okay, but you need to plan and prepare. He said to me, take some time out to do some planning and preparing. So I don't know if you're looking for a new job or whether you're looking to change home, but it's like you could do other little bits that will help you feel better in progressing this project, task, move, whatever it is. I just keep seeing you. The way he's giving me is you on the motorbike, and it's like, right, I'm ready to go now, but you've not got enough fuel in the tank because you're reliant on somebody putting some more fuel in the tank. And he's like, it's up, you can only go so far, but once that's done, you'll be fine. Okay, thank you very much. What else do you want to talk about? Is there anything else, Sam? And the light bulbs have flashed, Roseanne, and that was him. So you may well have been thinking, oh, it's a bit weird, that light's flashing. That was the light bulb was flashing. So there would have been a lamp or a light that was flashing. You've changed the bulb. If it's not you, somebody around you will be having a conversation saying, well, I've changed that bulb and it's not working. It keeps flickering. That is him coming through. And I will always say when that happens, check with what you're going on in your thought process, because it may well be that that's just a way to distract you. And glittering in your eyes, you might see there's a twinkles every so often, because he's telling me he comes in and out just to keep an eye on you. But I hope that resonates with you. Great with the information and the motorbike and the date. I hope the other stuff makes sense. And I shall say thank you very much for allowing me to work with you. And especially as I'm pretty sure I've never worked with you before, so it's been a pleasure and an honour. And for those who are new, that's how it works. Right, let's now move on to another person, please, Richard. We're bringing the next person. Okay. Oh, somebody loves Wheel of Fortune. Okay, I've just got, where am I going? I'm in the blue, so I've got to be on Facebook, Richard. Lady loves Wheel of Fortune. But we're talking not new Wheel of Fortune. We're talking the old Wheel of Fortune. I haven't got. No, you're well. That was Richard. I'm saying Wheel of Fortune. I'm in the 90s. Richard's thinking of a tarot card Wheel of Fortune. I'm like, no, that was the conversation yesterday on TikTok. But I've got the Wheel of Fortune, and it's because it was like, come on down. Right, okay, let's see where we're going. What's that song? And I've got that song. I've got that as well. Did Bruce Forsyth ever do Wheel of Fortune? Oh, I don't know. Who? Anyway, don't worry. I'm not going to try and overwork this. I just know I've got a person who also likes the price of right. Okay. Right. They're giving me, right, this is a Nan. This is a Nan. Okay, she's given me a memory. So here we go. Right, she's given me a memory. She liked the Price is Right because I've got and then I've also got the Wheel of Fortune. And she talks to me. I know I live in the 90s in my poor old brain with your loved ones. Okay, yes, and I'm on Facebook because they're telling me I'm on Facebook, and this lady is telling me that you used to always go round hers after school. Come on down, Price is Right. Yeah, Laura, exactly. You used to always go round hers after school for dinner. Okay, you used to watch it. This used to watch it. No, I'm taking you all back in time now. But you used to go round after school. She talks to me about the fact that the gate was constantly squeaky. You went through the front gate, so you had the walls in the front. She's just giving me, at the moment, she's just giving me this image. She's got the walls at the front, you've got the gate, you've got the pathway, but the path kept being broken down, and the door was red. The front door was red, or it was red at some point, and everybody's now living in the 90s remembering all these games. But you would have been, this would have been Evie. Okay, what else do you want me to come through? It's a lady coming in. Cindy, Cindy, I'd like to come and work with you if that's all right. I don't remember Cindy. Cindy Wood's Price is Right. Cindy Wood said, would you understand the description of going round Nan's house after school? If it wasn't every day, it was a regular thing, because this lovely lady is telling me how she was like your additional carer when mum and dad was at work. So though you could have been obviously what we used to call key latch kids, I'm sure that's the right phrase. She's talking to me about how you would have always gone there, or you would have got off the bus to make sure you pop in where. Me too. Okay, because she's talking to me about getting off the bus. It wasn't necessarily an easy walk, but it would be a few stops before your mum's house. So there is this thing that you used to go, not for me, lovely. Okay, it doesn't make sense. Would anybody understand about you used to have to get off the bus to go and see your nan? You had to go and get off the bus to go and see your nan. All right, that's a bit morbid. Okay, she's also telling me that your granddad's ashes, so your granddad went before your nan, and your granddad's ashes were always in a vase above the fireplace. That's very, very well. My nan's in the corner, I think, to be honest. Right, all the time. I went every day. I went to work in school. Right, okay. So Anne says my mum used to watch it all the time. I went every day. I work in a school. Okay. Let me see. Does that anything else? Your granddad, your nan went after your granddad, and your granddad's ashes were on the fireplace. Does that make sense to anybody? Come and give me a name. Paul. Paul or Paula, she's just told me. And I know Cindy said she couldn't understand it, but I've got like Cindy, and I've got Cynthia. Cynthia. I'm sure that's a doll, isn't it, as well? Not that, so I've got that as well. Let me see where I'm going. Richard, does anybody understand the granddad going before Nan as well? Right after school. Lara, would you understand that I went to Nan's after school? I did become a caretaker. Right, okay. Lara Marie, do you understand about liking all them type of game shows? But it would have been because it's round about 4:30, 5 o'clock, and she keeps, here we go. This will be the other one. Sugar sandwiches. Sugar sandwiches you would have got, not the tomato ketchup sandwiches because that's disgusting, but sugar sandwiches. I know, ugh, I know. I was like, she's like, no, and I was like, well, that's handy. Sugar sandwiches. So this nan is talking to me about sugar sandwiches as well. So Marie and Lara, would this make sense to you? She's a bit of a cryptic lady. I will find her granddaughter. And no, I will find her granddaughter. But I've also got the name Paul or Paula going around, but nothing else. I don't think. Okay, Cindy, not the problem. Cindy, what I ask for you to do is hold on, listen, because you know how it works. Sometimes the links jump in as well. Let me just see what Lara. Right, Richard, would you under, because Richard's just saying he understands this, and a lot of you can't take anything, which is very unusual for me. That's very unusual. Um, would you understand, Richard, that there was a bus route past your nan's house though? Because there was an importance that but so you might not necessarily got the bus, but your nan would have gone up a few stops and been able to get a bus into town, because there's got to be a bus route past your nan's house, nan and granddad's house. Right, okie dokie. So that, because she just kept telling me about the bus route, the bus route, the bus route. What was the other bit you couldn't take? The ashes. Would you understand though about granddad going before Nan? Right, okay then, Richard. Okay, right, Richard, come on down. Right, let's bring him on board. I swear this man, you do. Bring yourself in. Facebook don't and YouTube don't get to hear your voice as often as they do on TikTok. So that's why you've got to come on down. Right. Richard, would you also understand okay, is that relevant? All right then, okay. Would you understand your granddad was the one that helped you learn how to do your shoelaces? Because all of a sudden they were telling me about tying loose shoelaces, or your granddad always had an importance to your granddad in his shoelaces. Does that make sense? That sounds really weird. No. What's the shoelaces all about? Would you understand that your granddad was in the army?
Yes.
Right, okay, because all of a sudden, because I keep seeing the shoelaces and I keep seeing the boots, but I kept seeing the shoelaces go up the boots. So it was like army boots, not normal school shoes. Okay, dokie, thank you, that makes sense. Right, come and give me Andrew. I need to give you the name Andrew as well.
Andrew, I can take, yep.
Thank you very much. What other name do you want to give me?
Paul, I can take, you gave me earlier as well. Paul.
Thank you very much. Okay. And I've got to give you Bethany, Elizabeth, Bethany is a
Elizabeth we can take. Elizabeth, but not Bethany.
Right, okay, that's fine. It just kept, I could hear the Beth bit, and obviously that can be a Bethany. Yeah. Okay, thank you very much. Right, August is important. Birthday, passing, anniversary.
It is
not because it's my birthday month. And I've just been told the 14th, so there'll be a birthday, passing, anniversary or around the 14th.
I'll have a look on my phone. I'm going to get my phone out. All the birthdays are on my phone, so I don't forget, because I am terrible. August the 14th, you say?
Yeah.
June, July.
That's what I want. If not, the 14th would be a date anyway.
Nope, the 15th.
That's fine, because it's in and around the date. Remember, it's 13th, 14th, and 15th. I'm not pushing them anymore.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you understand your sister did not have a Barbie doll? She had the Cindy doll.
That you might have to ask. I can ask her. But
you have to ask, because that's fine. Because the reason I asked that question for you to check out, and then you can tell me later, the reason being is because I kept being told about a female with a Cindy doll, and I didn't want to go to our Cindy doll shop because that's when we had the Cindy. Right, okay. Because they were just saying a female with a Cindy doll. That's what I kept, and then I got the date, and I was like, well, and then you said it was your sister, and I was like, well, before then I was ignoring it as you do.
I've got 5 of them.
Oh crikey, that's a lot of siblings, a lot of sisters.
It's 9 in the family in total.
Oh my days. There's another 8 lot of you. I bet they're all normal compared to you, Richard.
No, they're all ugly. No, the one with the Cindy doll, my little sister, no, she is stunning. She's beautiful. She's in Australia at the moment. But anyway, carry on, because obviously I'm giving you information here.
You're feeding a medium, and other mediums would say that's fantastic, but this one doesn't. No. I've got to give you a name, James. Jim, James.
Well, yeah, my name, James.
Okay, there we go. So I've got to give you James. Right, okay. Richard, this sounds really, really weird, but have you recently thought about picking up, I know a while back, because they've taken me to a memory, but they're talking to me about you doing it now, whether you thought about picking up your book or writing again?
I keep getting that, so I do keep getting about writing, and I have no thought of it at this moment.
Right, it's just like it's like there's a new chapter coming for you, and this isn't a deep meaningful. You've got a new chapter in life and new opportunities. Yeah. It just feels like there's gonna be, or they're telling you that you might find that you're inspired to write a new chapter of this book that's in your head. So I know you talked about before about writing a book and putting on about spiritualism and such like, but I don't know whether it will just be linked in with the experiences that we've got of this new style of mediumship, both honest and dishonest mediumship, shall we say. So I don't know whether there'll be something now. They keep giving me like another bit of a page to a book, a new chapter, so it's unwritten. So I'm going to give that over to you anyway, and you can hold on to it. Okay, I've got a dog in spirit as well for you.
Oh, thank you.
So you can have a dog in spirit. He's coming through. It feels like a he, but he's coming through. Yeah. Anything else for you? What's the new name? I've got to give you golden, but as I said golden, I've got flash golden. So I've got flash, unless she was cleaning, that is, but I've just got flash gold. I've got golden, and I was given flash golden.
I think they'll probably take, because I used flash today cleaning up, So I want after I remember what I told you earlier on what happened.
Yes,
And
yes.
obviously I used the flash to mop the floor.
All right,
I dropped my
okay.
dinner on the floor, everybody, just to let you know. And I was telling Claire that as I was putting it in the oven, it just fell out of the shaft in slow motion. It was like, no.
Did the shelf tip, or did you just miss?
No, I put the tray on, because I put the casserole dish on a tray. So if it obviously bubbles over, it goes on a tray, not on the bottom of the oven. That saves me cleaning it. Common sense. But anyway, I
Yeah.
put the tray on and it went onto the top, and as I was just about to push it, it just fell off. And as I say, everything just went in slow motion. I thought, no, that's my shepherd's pie. You know?
Oh dear, poor
There
old.
you
I'm
go.
sure all of us are feeling very sorry for you, Richard. I'm sure we're all
Yeah.
very, very sincerely sorry. Anything else apart from talking about your dinner? Right, Richard, I don't know whether this sounds really stupid.
He's
Richard,
talking to
have
me
you
now.
talked?
It would
I
make
know this is
sense.
true. Have you been moaning about the fact that the plug sockets in your house are not where you want them to be, so you're having to buy new extension leads?
Yes,
Or
I
that,
did. I even wrote
right?
a letter today. Seriously, I wrote a letter today to the housing people, who built the house, Granger. There, I said, look,
Yeah.
I really want. If I'm spending all this money, I want that socket moved. I want a USB
Oh,
socket. That I sent it today, and they replied, and they put a report in for me. So,
oh my
yeah,
gosh.
seriously, that happened today.
Real cool. That's real
Yeah,
cool mediumship. I'm like,
yeah.
I could be proud of that one. That's my new example. They just kept looking at me extension lead going, yeah, he's been needing extension leads because that plug socket's not in the right place. And I was like,
Yep.
really? Are we going to really go down that route? Oh, well, I'm happy now. And on that route, I'm going to do a runner with you, Richard, because that was a cracking bit of mediumship, if I do say so myself. And I'm going to go back to our audience. Is that all
Yeah,
right?
yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Thank you very much, Claire. Thank you.
You're welcome. Goodbye. Right, there we go. You all get your dose of Richard in his voice as well. That's what I said. This is why you quite like being on Facebook, because he's quieter. When he's on TikTok, you don't shut up. Right, let's bring in our next person. Here we go. We got a gentleman. Oh, I want to go to Lara. Lara, I'd like to come to you if that's all right, because all of a sudden your name popped back in my vision. So I want to come to Lara. Yes, Richard, you now got to go and do some work and find Lara for me, please. Yeah, Lara Louise. Lara, I'd like to come to you. Okay. Because your granddad's come through and he's like, yeah, I was on the unit. So, but there was a comical, it was an ongoing running joke, is what he's telling me. So, Lara, I'd like to come and work with you. They're also, I've got Nan and Grandad, but I've got also Nan's ring. So I don't know if you've got Nan's ring or you've got one of it, but there's a jewelry that's too big for you, a ring that keeps spinning around. So I don't know whether you've got Nan's ring doesn't fit, or whether you've like where your finger size has changed, you need to get a new ring. Because as I was doing that, Grandad was coming in and then Nan talks to me about a ring. So the two bits are linking in with me. Right, okay. I've got to give you a name that starts with G. It sounds like Graham for you, Lara. Please don't get worried out if the names don't make sense, but I've got to give you Graham. It sounds more like Graham than a Gary, but I'll pass that name over. I've got a Bill. I've got a William. Most people know Williams, but I need to pass over the name William. Okay. I need to give you Nell. Nell. That's a lady's name. So Nell. I don't know who Nell stands for, because I know Nell is Nelly, but I don't know. Sure, Nell is an abbreviation for a name. Richard, you can go do a Google for me, please, because I've got Nell on Nelly, but I'm sure that it's an abbreviation for another name, but I don't know what Nell is shortened from. So I'm going to go. Right, so we've got, so now, as Richard just said, it can be Ellen or Helen or Eleanor. So I've got Nell, but I've also got, if it's not, wouldn't be known as Nell, it's Helen. I've learned something new today. So Lara, would them bits make sense to you? Whilst you're coming back going, yay, nay, Claire, I haven't got a clue what you're talking about. Let's get some more details for you. I need to tell you September's important. Birthday, passing anniversary. May's important for you, Lara, and also February. So February, May, and September, birthday, parties, and anniversaries. I'm being told the 11th is important and the 16th. So again, there'll be 2 birthday, parties, and anniversaries in or around the 11th and the 16th. Okay, and somebody around you's talked about changing a job or wanting to take a new career, because I've got to change. It's like, say, for example, going from working in a doctor's surgery to a school. It's the same type of role, but you'll be able to do it in a different type of industry. So somebody around you, if it's not you, has been having conversations about doing a similar job in a different industry. Could be doctors to nurses, doctors to a school, but there is this change of industry. And she's saying that this person's been stressed out of whether they can do it. And they're like, yes, because your skills, you've got the skills and the capability. So don't worry if the industry is different. So I'm just going to check whether Lara's still on. She might have. Right, Lara. That's fine, Richard. Richard said Lara's not come back, but that's perfect because in some ways it's great because online you could do the recording, you can come back and watch it. Let me just say, for Lara, if she comes back and watches it or comes in, I know the message goes where it needs to go. Whoever is having that change of keeping within the job role but changing of industry, just have faith and trust in yourself that you're able to do this. Lara, I'm sure you'll come back, you'll watch, and you may well find it makes sense. But as she's not responded, she's possibly popped off. Probably gone for a cup of tea. But I'm going to close her down reading so we can spend some more time with those that are live. Right, so if you are still with us, please comment below. Hopefully that message will get to Lara. It will. I know it will. It will do what it needs to do. So those that would like a link in the connection between the spirit world, then please let me know. All you've got to do if you want to is comment or who you'd like to speak to. If not, just give an emoji or say hi, and I will see where I go next. Right, so Richard, if we can just bring up the names, please. Thank you. Right. Where am I going? Right, I'm going to go into the red, please, Richard. Right. Okay. The lady whose birthday is in a few days, and it was Ronan, was the second part of the name. That's it. Tarns and Ronan. I'd like to come and work with Tarns and Ronan. So hello. I don't know whether you're which one of you are. So I'm gonna. So if you can let me know, because it always makes it a bit easier than me just trying to figure out which one yourself. So it just makes it easier for more politeness to be able to talk to you. But I would like to come and work with yourself. Right. Okay. I've asked for your dad to step forward. He's talking to me about somebody giving up tobacco, but we've got roll-ups. So either he was a smoker and you'd be able to link in with him having roll-ups, because he's talking to me about the green, and I don't feel we're being naughty here. I'm talking about green papers. Okay. So, okay, because he's like, well done. But it's taken a while. It's taken a while, but he is proud of you for doing that. Okay. He tells me that there was a lot of stress the past 18 months. It's been a bit like you've been able to do a few days and then a bit of drama happens in the family, or drama happens in it. Tans, hello Tans, my lovely. A bit of drama goes on, and next thing you know, you're like, oh, I need a cigarette. And what he's saying is he's really proud of you because you haven't given up. So the past 18 months, it just feels like you've had good intention to try and really give up smoking, but it's not been easy. But he's really proud of you because you've tried and you've kept on going, you haven't given up. He tells me April's significant. That would be a birthday, party, and anniversary, unless it's a name. He tells me July's an important month again. What other month? And I want to go to June. So April, June, and July is what he's telling me are important months. Birthday, party, and anniversaries. He's told me the 23rd. So there'll be a birthday, party, and anniversary in around the 23rd. The 10th as well for you, so 23rd and the 10th. What other date? And I want to because I want to do 3. And the 7th. So we've got the 7th, the 12th, the 10th, and the 23rd. So there'd be birthday, parties, and anniversaries in or around there. Right, okay. He's asking you not to be so hard on yourself. You have high expectations upon yourself. And He says you try to do as both. Thank you. You try to do. How do you want to put that? Okay. You're trying to help somebody, but it goes through one ear and out the other, is what we say down over here. So, and he says you're trying your hardest to help that individual succeed, but it is a little bit like you're going through one ear and out the other. But he wants you to stop blaming yourself. Oh, brilliant! Thank you very much. Oh, mine was born on the 8th of that month as well. But he says it is very much like you try to get them there, but it really is going through one ear and out the other. And no, you are not doing a bad job, because he makes me feel that with your son or another family member, they have been very, very curt with you recently. They've been really, really harsh with their words. And it's like, well, if only you had done X, Y, and Z, or if you've been here, or it's that kind of thing. They're blaming you rather than taking responsibility for their own actions. And what he's asking you is just allow it to become a water off a duck's back, is what he's asking for you to do. I know that's hard because it's not easy, especially with having children, but he's asking you to allow that water to come roll off the duck of your duck's back. Oh, that phrase. Okay, I've got to give you the name Alice for you as well, or Alison, Ali, or Alison. So that's the name he wants to pass over. As I said, up there down here, he tells me that Mary, and I've got to give you Rob or Robert. So these would be names, as I say, they're either people up in spirit or down here. Okay, a lot of family. Okay, thank you very much. Right, he also makes me feel that at the moment that you feel like, okay, do you want to put that? All right then, because he's drawing me to my Alice in Wonderland card. He just makes me feel like at the moment for you, it's like you're screaming and nobody's listening, not literally screaming, but that where that poem was about not being alone and being in a room full of loads of people and nobody listening to you, and feeling very, very lonely, even though you've got a lot of people around you. He says he sees that and he wants you to know that he's with you on how you feel. It's like I need to give you his validation of how you feel, because other people are a bit dismissive or they just don't understand. And he says, no, you're right to feel the way you feel regarding family members that don't pull their weight or are not giving you the support you need. Okay, there's also a move as well for you, Tan. So there's a change. I don't know who's looking to move. Alice is my nan's sister, thank you very much. There's also a move of home. Now that may not be you, that may be somebody around you. Okay, they just need to make sure that they don't jump before they find the right property. So somebody around you's got a little bit of impatience, they want to find a new property, they want to go here, there, and he's like, can you just tell them don't jump before they find the right property, because it's easy to move even if you don't necessarily find the right one because you want to move. Is there anything else for you? And there is a joke about the amount of pub glasses, the amount of drinking glasses are in the house, because he's joking. I asked for him to give me something that's just a little bit light-hearted, but gives you that golden nugget. And he says about the joke about the amount of pub glasses that are in the cupboard and the amount of glasses that have been acquired, shall we say, because he's joking about the amount of drinking glasses that need to be in the cupboard. I feel the pain big time and I do feel lonely. Okay, my lovely. I do feel that he was also had an influence to guiding you with the poem. But just know that he just wants to validate how you feel, because it just feels like you've got a lot of people telling you, well, you should do this and you should do that. And I think you should do this. And I think you should feel like this. And I think you're overreacting. It's all them people telling you what you should think. And he's coming in to give you the validation for yourself, for your own feelings. And Tans, I will close his connection down and say thank you very much for allowing me to work with you. Happy birthday for in a couple of weeks' time. I think you said it was a couple of weeks, and good luck with your move. And I will send all his love and say thank you very much for allowing me to work with you. Okay, right, we're coming back over to Facebook. Right, where am I going? I'd like to go to, I'm going to Cindy, because I still would like to come and work with Cindy, because I've got a lady in spirit. Okay, Cindy with W. There we go, Cindy Woodside. I'd like to come work with Cindy Woodside if that's okay, please, because I was drawn to you, and I've got a lady in spirit coming in, and she talks to me about how you made sure that you set time for her. Ah, Cindy's from Canada. Excellent, lovely. So welcome. And then you're stuck with a dear old Essexy girl. So Cindy, there's this lady, and she tells me how she is so thankful to you because you made time for her. Now I know you couldn't take about like the visiting around the house and such like, but there she still gives me that feeling of making sure that you would pop round, you would see her, you would check on her, and she's so thankful for that. She says that became like the highlight of her day, was the fact that you would come round. And she chuckles, she said, because you would have that tete-a-tete is what I would say on who was going to make the tea or the coffee, or who would get the drink, and you'd be saying no, sit down, and she'd be like no, I want to do that. But I have to say thank you from this lady for the fact that you made time for her. Now it may not be a nan, it may not be a nan, but that's how it feels like. But it's just this lovely pink around you, Cindy. There's a lot of love towards you, a lot of love and respect and regard towards you for the things that you did for her. And she's asking you, can you stop berating yourself? Their situation has happened recently where it feels more to do with yourself than anybody else, where the confidence has wobbled. And she's like, would you stop like rehearsing the things that happen? She says, because she's just placing this lovely pink bubble around you. And when I get pink, for me, that's all about an emotional self-care. Greens is a physical healing. The pink is my, like, because obviously rose quartz is that soft care. I do, as I said, rose, she also or rose quartz, tells me that rose quartz is a significant crystal for you. So if you work with crystals, or rose quartz one of your favorites, but then she also takes me to the name Rose as well. Okay. Oh, bless her, because she tells me about Rose would be a name as well, or Rosemary as well. Cindy, did you understand that you've talked about, oh, bless you. That's when you said about she truly made you feel love. That's the thing I get from her, is this real like. If I could, I'd be hopping over to Canada to give you a big hug from her, because there is this lovely warmth with her. But she's talking to me about how you've had a conversation, or somebody's had to have a sort out of their cookery books, or that I mean, I'm terrible. I like a particular company, and they bring out books every single year. Do I use them? No. But I've got loads of cookery books, and either you or somebody around you's talked about, oh, I can't buy another cookery book. I can't. And Rose was a doggy park. Ah, brilliant. Thank you. So we've got lots of significant information. Thank you for commenting as well. But yeah, we've got the cookery book. So I don't know who's got loads of cookery books or such like, but I know she's talking to me about cookery books. Okay, she tells me that May's important, her birthday, party, anniversary. June's important as well, unless that's a name, and I want to go August. So I've got like the summary months, May, June, and August as important months to you, birthday, party, anniversaries. Okay. And time to brush up your CV, or somebody around you needs help brushing up their CV, because she says you're very good with words. You're very good with words. You're able to communicate really well, but both verbally and in writing. Are you using my real professional stuff today? She talks to me about her recipes, okay? But you're really good at writing, she tells me. You're really good at communicating. You're really good at getting across, has her book, oh, thank you, getting across what's necessary, and you know how to say it in the right way as well. But she is just proud as punch with you. And I don't know who got a bit tiddly on one of the cocktails. I want to go sex on the beach cocktail because somebody got, and I don't, it may not be that cocktail, but she's laughing of a memory of somebody getting a bit tiddly drunk on the cocktails. So I don't know where that fits in, but it is a memory she's making me feel. But honestly, she is so proud of you, Cindy. She's so proud of what you've accomplished. Um, and she tells me, especially when there was a period of time where you felt quite lost. And she's so proud of you because you found your way. Okay, all right. And she couldn't ask any more of what from you. She just, there is just this lovely pride for you, Cindy. And she keeps saying to me, she was in a bit of a difficulty, but Cindy got herself where she needs to be, and look at her now. And she is telling like other people in the spirit world like how amazing you are and the support you've given to others as well as her. And she's giving me all the shivers. We love a shiver. We have a woo feeling, as I say. But she is just so proud of you. She's proud of what you've done, and she will tell everybody that is prepared to listen how she feels about you. I'm not allowed to use past tense in the spirit world because they tell me they're not past. They've just moved into a different playing field, shall we say. And with that, Cindy, I'm going to close the connection down. I know there was a lot of more an emotional side of it, but I hope the little bits of evidence as well. Oh, bless her, she's making me cry. I just need to boost you up because it's like she wants to bolster you because of having somebody around you making you feel pants, basically. And she's coming and going, no, 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 we're not having that. We want to lift you up and raise your energies and make you start making yourself feel good about yourself. I'll get you some names. I've got to give you Denise. It sounds more like Denise than Dennis, so I need to pass over that name. I've got a Sarah for you. Come and give me another name. And I've got an Angie or an Angela. So I've got Denise, Dennis, but obviously that's always a bit of a double name. And I've also got to give you the Angie or an Angela, and there's a Sarah. And again, like I always say, they're up there or down here. But I know I've got to give you them names as well for you. Oh, and March is important as well. She just told me birthday past anniversary, March is important. And with that, my lovely, I'm going to close your connection down and say thank you very much for allowing me to work with you, Cindy. Right, we still have time for another connection. So if you would like to reach out to your loved ones, you're welcome to say who you would like to speak to, or whether you or who you'd like to speak to, or whether you just want to make a link in and we'll see where we're going. Right, let's see. Right, we've got loads of people from everywhere. Karen Crane. Karen, I'd like to come to Karen if that's all right. Karen, somebody around you has mentally as I'm jumping in, somebody around you's had a bit of a hair colour disaster. I've got a lady in spirit, she's laughing her head off about this. She turned around and said that either somebody was like, oh, it will be all right, and she's laughing. Now, the way she's making me feel like is somebody's gone from trying to go from blonde to brunette and not gone and had it done professionally and ended up like tomato ketchup colour or a plummy colour, but they're rocking it. So somebody around you, Karen, if it's not you, I hope it isn't for yourself, but somebody around you who's had a bit of a hair colour disaster, but they rocked it. They were like, no, I'm gonna style it out basically, and she's laughing her head off because she said that's just typical them. Okay, she tells me that there's a name that starts with B. It sounds more like Ben, but then I've also got the feel behind it that it could be a Brenda or a Brendan. We've had that name recently, but I know I've got to pass over that name for you as well. Come and give me another one, and I've got a Lisa for you as well, Karen, up there or down there, but I know I've got to pass over a Lisa. Okay. She's asking me to tell you, can you stop doubting yourself at the moment? Either you've been working spookily or you have been pushing yourself to learn some more things, but it doesn't go as smoothly as you thought it would do, or it's not turning out how you thought it would be. She's like, can you stop being so hard on yourself? It will take time. So again, Karen, I don't know if that's a spiritual thing or whether that's you wanting to learn a new task or a new skill. And there is this feeling of, right, I think it's going to be like this, and it doesn't turn out like, and she's asking you not to get yourself in the pickle and get stressed out. It will happen naturally. There is also some healing being sent to a family member around you as well, Karen. Somebody who's been a bit poorly recently, so she's sending this healing over there as well. I've got to give you a name. It sounds like, I know we had the B name, but I've got also Martha. Martha, so it sounds more like a Martha for you. And I've got a Winifred as well. So I've got Martha and Winifred for you. Remember, these can be names in spirit, or they can be, don't worry about names. They may well just be family members that come through. I stayed ginger a few weeks and I stretched my hair. Okay, so you was rocking the colour. Okay. Like I said, please don't worry about the B. It felt a bit unfamiliar. It might be that somebody else that's watching can resonate with the names and the message. But like I said, I've got like a Martha, and then I've got a Winnie or a Winifred. Okay. Come for anything else you want to talk to? Would you understand that you keep finding teaspoons in weird places? What I mean is the family members. Okay, my lovely. Don't worry about it. The right things will happen for you. With the teaspoons, it's like, I don't know if you've got younger ones in your life or could be a partner in your life. They just never, the teaspoons never seem to come back. They seem to have legs, basically, is what she's saying, because they seem to have legs. Because it's like they never seem to make them their way back into the kitchen. So I don't, it could be plates. In our house, it's spoons. So if it's not spoons, not a problem, but it's something, an objects in the kitchen, cups, knife and forks, plates, something like that, because she's laughing how it's been driving you potty recently, how these seem to have legs and seem to sprout and never come back into the kitchen where they should belong. It's just little things to link in with you, Karen. She just asks you not to be too tough on yourself. She's also drawing me to my amethyst crystal. So the link and that connection there with the spirit world is there. Your capabilities within work is there. It's just down to divine timing, Karen. So she's just coming in to say, don't get yourself in a pickle. Don't stress out. Just hold on, knowing that divine timing will help you go where you need to go. Okay, so anything else I want to give you some answers? February is important. That's a birthday, passing anniversary. March, thank you very much. So February is an important month. November's an important month as well. And what other month? She tells me July. So February, July, and November are important birthday, passing and anniversary. My son keeps being, that'll do me head in. Typical kids. But she just quickly popped in to say, look, don't worry, it's all down to divine timing. So don't get yourself stressed out, because it's a corny phrase, but what's meant for you won't pass you by, and it is a true statement. And with that, Karen, thank you for allowing me to work with you and for allowing it to be a short message, but I hope it gives you that sort of reassurance that you are on the right path. It's just down to timing. And with that, we've now come to the end of the evening. So thanks to everybody that has watched this evening. Thank you to those that have shared out. Remember, your pots in the bin, spoons at the same time. Remember, you can find me on Facebook as Heavenly Sprinkles. You'll be able to find me from there. You'll also be able to find me on TikTok Land. And as I said, if you do like SPTV, which obviously you do, but if you are on the TikTok platform, please go and check out both myself and Richard, obviously, on TikTok, because as I said, Richard generally does do card readings on there. I end up jumping on there. You find that you get an extra bit of reading. Richard's on at 8:30 tonight, so I will be bored and I'll come and see him and annoy him, because I like. Oh, he's got a guest medium. So if you are on a TikTok land, please do pop over and find Richard, because he's got a guest medium. He had David on there last night, didn't you? I saw you had David on there. David Trainer. Okay, go on then. Oh, brilliant. Richard said there is a special VIP event this Friday, and all the information will be announced in the VIP lounge. So as I said, please pop over to TikTok to find Richard, especially if you. Oh, brilliant. Deborah said she watched Family on TikTok. especially if you like to have a little bit of an extra dose of SPTV, because I said I jump on there, so does Debs comes on there, other presenters also jump on there, and Richard is really, really great because he does allow yourselves, the audience, to have a voice as well, don't you, Richard? You allow other people to come on as well. So excellent. And Deborah said, oh, she's a VIP as well. So I will hopefully see you all very soon, whether it's in TikTok land or Facebook land. But in the meantime, I hope you all have a smashing week. Look after yourselves, and I will catch up with you very soon. I'll see you in a fortnight. Take care. Bye.